Today we will discuss should students bring phone to school. Actually, this topic is always debated because times are always changing with the development of technology and the usability and functions of mobile phones are always improving. So, in today's era, phones have become a necessity in everyone's daily life. Now many people, especially students, compare phone to their life because the usability of mobile phones can help students solve various problems such as searching for information to get more data and exercise, use mobile phone to take notes, contact parents in case of emergency, and so on. Therefore, the phone can bring a lot of help and convenience to students' life. So, should the school rules that students are not allowed to bring phones to school also be changed with the change in technology? Is school not allowed because the disadvantage outweigh the advantage? Or does the school have other considerations?
Next is our presentation goal or aim. At the end of this presentation, we would like the viewers to know whether or not students should bring their phone to school. Despite that, we also want students to know the pros and cons of bringing their phone to school. Thus, they will know it's proper for students to bring their phones at school.
Okay, for target respondent, our respondent is students from secondary school because they have a big examination that they need to focus on and to gain information using their phones. And we plan to conduct our interviews online through Microsoft Teams or Google Meet because it's easier for us and also for the interviewee to meet and do the interview.
So, by discussion about how to interview, here are some parts of interview online that we are already asked the students about the topic, which is should students bring phones to school?
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nurul Natasha.
Yeah, hi Natasha. My name is Nurul Nur Ashikin binti Arba'in. I am 17 years old. I go to school in Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan and Dom Raub Pahang. I am a Form 5 student studying social science.
Alright, glad to know you, Ashikin. Can I take your time to make a short interview?
Sure.
Thank you for your response. My topic here is should students bring phone to school? As we know, before this, the Malaysian Ministry of Education does not allow students to bring phone to school because they see more cons than the advantages of phone in education, especially for students and teachers. But after COVID-19, we can see the dependency and needs for students to use phone. So I would like to ask you a few questions related to this topic. Why do you think students should bring phone to school?
Okay, I think students should bring phones to school because this can allow students to share feedback and questions with their teachers and receive the answer whenever the teacher has time, in case that they have a few questions that they do not understand.
Oh, I see. I got your point.
Hi, good morning, Hami. I'm Lauri Cheng.
My name is Hamizatun Nadia. I am from Form 5 student from SMK Kamuting from Taiping, Perak.
Explain what are the advantages and disadvantages to students if they are allowed to bring phones to school.
I think the advantage, it helps students search more data when study and convenient to contact parents when have emergency. The disadvantages is they can concentrate in class because they are distracted by game on phone. It will affect their study.
Okay.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Nabila binti Nur Fadli.
My name is Nurul Natasha Ania. I'm 17 years old and I'm from Sekolah Agama Menengah Sungai Haji Dorani.
Okay, thank you Natasha for taking some time off to answer a few questions and discuss about should students bring phone to school. Have you ever brought your mobile phone to school?
Yes, I have, but only once. I used to take it to my school because that day the teacher said that we were allowed to bring at school. And during that day, we had exam online and all students from my batch should bring their phones to take the exam.
Oh, okay.
Hello, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul Luani from UKM. Can I take your time to do an interview?
Waalaikumsalam, yeah, you can.
So before we start, can you introduce yourself?
So, my name is Nurhanisa binti Muasafari. I am from Selangor. Currently, I'm studying at SMKA Putrajaya as a Form 5 student.
Okay. How can students keep focused in class if they bring phones to school?
Okay, actually, it depends on the student. The student need to change and use it with the benefits. For example, if in class, student need to silent phone and they need to focus on each of their responsibilities as a student, or they can save it to the warden.
Oh, I see. So we can say it depends on student itself.
Assalamualaikum and hi. I am Nurul Nazatul Aina binti Muhammad Yusof.
Hello, I'm Nurul Amira binti Ramli.
So today, we will conduct an interview with you guys about should students bring phones to school.
So, can you guys introduce yourself first?
My name is Nur Aina Wardah and I am Form 5 student in
Sekolah Menengah Agama Romping.
Hi, nice to meet you all. My name is Fatina Fahana and I study Form 3 from Sekolah Menengah Agama Bukit Ibam.
Okay, now we will go through the question, why does the school not allow students to bring phones to school?
I think my school are not allow the student to bring the phone to school because they want to avoid a theft. They want to avoid theft, and when the student lose their phone, it will be the school responsible. That's why my school not allow the student to bring phone to school.
Yeah, I agree with you. How about you, Fatin?
In my opinion, they will just be a distraction with games, messages, and social media.
I have seen a lot of students do a TikTok during the class. So, what do you think about it? Is that they bring the phones by permission or not?
Not.
I think they have a permission to bring a phone to school, but when they open an app that they like, they are responsible, not the school responsible. Maybe the school just say they have to bring the phone to use for an education, but they still doing a TikTok. But teacher don't give them permission to do that.
Okay, for the last questions, may I know, do you agree students should bring phones? And can you provide to us a reason for your answer?
In my point of view, I still think that students should bring their phone to school, especially for us. As a Form 5 student, I think mobile phone really important to us to find information, because the teacher is quite busy for our examination, so we can find the information ourselves. But for our lower form, I don't think that we should bring phone because they will use the phone to something useful, something unuseful. Okay, that's all from me.
Okay, next, Fatin.
I really agree if students allowed to bring their phone to school because education through mobile phone, students can take pictures of important notes and points while consulting reference book at the school library. Students can also search difficult words and concepts on the internet to get a clear idea.
Based on the interview conducted by all of group members, we can conclude our respondents agree that secondary students should bring phone to school. There are many benefits of using the phone for them for learning purpose. This is because using the phone can help them to stay more focused in their learning. If using learning method like before, we can see that students cannot maintain their focus because they will quickly get boring due to uncreative learning technique. Therefore, the use of phone in school can help to increase the creativity of students and will indirectly increase the creativity level of teachers. This is because the use of IT technology will help to expand student thinking power. For example, teachers can use online quiz method to interact student interest and indirectly will improve student understanding of the subject. As we know, games like online quizzes are able to attract student interest compared to classic learning method.
Therefore, some students say teachers can keep the phones if students don't need to use to focus in class. It means that students can follow the rules and instruction by teachers if they bring phones to school. As we can see that all the interviewers agree with students bring phones to school because it's easy to them to find information using their phone, especially for 5 students that need to prepare for SPM. They also know the reason why school not allow students bring phones to school because some students cannot focus in class. I think school and Ministry of Education need to hear the opinions of students about bringing phones to school, especially for 5 students. I hope that one day they will be allowed to bring phones to school with strict conditions so that they can focus in class and gain knowledge in other ways using their phones.